Welcome back to another exciting episode of Baldur's Gate The Enhanced Edition. With our playthrough of our Boymoder Mage Thief. Now you're probably wondering what the heck's going on? Why are we in the middle of a dialogue? Well, when I immediately loaded the game, before I even had a chance to pause, Cyrene decided to do a little scripted dialogue going. And here we are. Anyways, I guess we'll start this off with Cyrene. So, this is a great library at Candlekeep. 'Tis majestic indeed. I miss this place. Has it has been a long journey for you to return home, has it not? I had just thought of my church. 'Twas nothing like this. I will not call it my home. There's something beautiful and sacred in the peaceful order within these halls, built into the stones themselves. You may not feel it, but for once I feel at peace here. We're not here to relax, Irene. I, a quarry lies within the halls. I have not forgotten. Lead on.
Hi.
I do like the monk
You betcha.
chats that are playing in my ear. I don't normally play with headphones on, so it's nice, have this monk chanting in my ear. I don't need any books, but there are spells. Spells that are. Hello, reader. Bye, reader.
Something on your mind?
Karen. Karen. Oh no, it's a Karen. Ah, Boymoder, my child. Look at you. Your face has gained some new lines since the days when I tutored you. Ah, Karen, you speak true, but it's not your fault. You prepared me as well as you could for what lay beyond these walls. I just pray that I am prepared for what I shall find within. Now I return. Why? What is wrong here? Shall I tell the watchers? Yes, call the watchers. But first tell me, if you have seen anything strange about the library today? Karen, strange? Well, yes, that is just the word I would have used for that. Kova, Kovaris fellow. He is right here beside me, taking Alando's prophecies from their place on the shelf and reading them. I could hear his voice, recognize his seer words upon his quiet breath. But when I turned to steal a glance at him, from the corner of my eye, it was the strangest thing. His eyes were closed, and he was reciting page after page, as if from memory. He heard your footsteps, it seems, and went off. I was just returning the prophecies to their rightful place. It might be wise to take a look. If this Carvas is dangerous, though, I'm afraid I'm too old and bookish to be more than a hindrance. Forgive me, but I must leave you now. According to my old tutor, Karen, a visitor named Carvas has demonstrated more than passive familiarity with the prophecy of Orlando the Seer. Perhaps I should refresh my own memories of the prophecies afterward. I would like to question this Corvus. Yeah, Corvus. Servok. Yeah. This is this is the weakest part of the writing. Like Corvus, you could have like named him something else, and then like had like a henchman later tell you it was Servok who ratted you out or whatever. It's let's go. Nikolai's Okay. During the days of the Avatars, the Lord of Murder will spawn a score of mortal progeny. These offsprings will be aligned good and evil, but chaos will flow through them all. When the beast bastard children come of age, they will bring havoc to the lands of the Sorkels. One of these children must rise above the rest and claim their father's legacy. This inheritor will shape the history of the Sorkels for centuries to come. That they're talking about Boymoder. Boymoder shall shape the history of this world centuries to come. Make sure that there's nothing important.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Theodon. Oh, give me a broth and call me stew. If it isn't little Boymoder. I haven't seen you nearly for quite some time anyway. Hello, Theodon. How have you been? I still remember you running about the keep in your little swaddling clothes, pestling the elders and spooking the crows. Ain't that right, Jessup? Surely was. Of course, you never stood saying those rags of yours long enough. Yes, yes, I remember. But how have you been? You'd be naked as a jaybird the moment someone turned their back on you. I remember the day that the fellow backstaff came floating in, and there you were, tearing around the other keep with Grind hung on your toe, took a cloak right off his back, you did, and made yourself just the cutest little Viconia. How touching. This this is actually good Viconia writing. She would definitely be sarcastic about this. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I remember. Could we drop it, please? How have you been? Wait, I remember it all now. There was Keldo and Blackstaff trying his hardest to look important while you ran through the stables with his cape tied around your waist. Such a luck, eh, Jason? I thought I'd catch my death from laughing, I did. You and me both. Grind was shaking like a leaf. He was so mad. As far as this has been, I should really be going. Nobody was sure what you'd do, and then Kelvin mutters some words and catches you by the scuff of your neck with some sort of spectral hand. He hauls you out and drops you right in front of him, grabbing his filthy cape in the process. Everyone was scared. They were, weren't they, Jessup? Sure enough, scared witless. Yep, and then old Kelvin burst out in the biggest laugh you ever heard. Everyone at the keep was laughing like mad, except you, Boymoder. You just stood there naked as the day you were born and wondering what the fuss was all about. I'll tell you, those were the days. Yes, I think I'll be going now. Oh, certainly, little one. Stop by any time. Though I've got some paintings of you as a youngster. I'm sure your little friends would love to see. Remember the one of Boymoder on the bearskin rug, Jessup? Sure do. In the buff as usual. Cute as a bug. You were. Go play with your friends now. Go on. Cyrene giggled. I would never expected such a thing from you, my friend. Now I shall have to remember to keep my cloak close at hand, just in case. J. snickered. I cannot remember ever laughing so hard. Little boy motor and little boy motor. I, I don't understand why that's such a funny phrase, little boy motor. And his bare skin rug. I simply must see how our omnipotent authority figure look cute as a bug. Farewell, boy motor. You know,
Yep.
I used to think that co-conversation was was due to a doppelganger, but now they're just. I realize it's just the writers doing the whole like you're talking to an old family member who's trying to like you know remember things. All right. What does Jessup have to say?
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Oh, hello, young one. I trust you're keeping out of trouble. Of course you are. Run along and play with your little friends now. You can see that they're obviously like older. Like this one's an elf, and these two are half elves, so they're probably old. I wonder how old Viconia is. I'm pretty sure Viconia is like old enough to be our like great grandmother. Things gonna be very awkward. Can a human, an adult human, so we're talking like 18 years old, right? 18 like 18 to like 25 date a drow that's let's say 2 centuries old. Is that moral? Is that good? Like or is it like creepy? Because like that drow has lived for 2 centuries and like the age gap. So like I don't know, but
What?
like apparently it should be fine. I mean like we're gonna romance her and seize a dragon spear. Yeah, I don't like no snot brats coming chopping here. You better scram before I give you a whooping. Lady, please, you cannot give me a whooping.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Hello, Boymoder. It is good to see you here once again. A pity you could not return during a more restful time. Why? What's going on that would cause such stress? Oh, it's nothing, I'm sure. It's just that, well, things just seem a little strange around here. Those decidedly unmerchant-like merchants for one, and some of our own monks are acting odd as well. One fellow in particular. Really? And who would that be? Well, there's this fellow named Kovas. I assume he is a visiting sage of some sort, but he seems more interested in our guest in the tomes. He makes me nervous. I think he had the same effect on others as well. Young Shizstall has been out of sorts for days now. He's not as thick skinned as I. Remember how nervous he used to be? He's quite the opposite now. Seems like a totally different person. I worry about him. I should go. It's been nice speaking with you. My old friend Ben Dallas has noticed something recent about recent visitors to Canopy. In particular, he noticed unmerchant-like merchants and a sage named Corvos, who arrived at about the same time.
Consider it done.
You need something, stranger?
Yeah. We'll talk to Saravok after we talk to everyone else.
Consider it done.
I want to get to Brian's room.
Yep.
This is the guy that he wanted us to talk to.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Leave me, strangers. I've work to do. Sorry, something's not right. The monk has prevailing aura of evil around him, Boymoder. I suggest you question him. He's not what he seems. Do you not recognize me? It is Boymoder. I'm certainly Boymoder. I did not recognize your face. My apologies. I trust your journeys have been comfortable. The cloak will keep being cold this time of the year. If you excuse me, I shall go. How did you know that I had gone to the cloakwood? I have relatives in the region. Yes, they must have seen you and sent a note of your progress. How would they know who I was? I think you're lying. You would do well to leave me be. I'm tired of this game. Take your questions and go away, monkey. Well, there we go. Throwing that slur out there, are we? Oh no. I have many more questions to ask for starters. Who are you really? I am your death, foolish meat.
Eat flaming or possibly frosty death.
Oh. Yeah, a doppelganger so shitsos. I, I don't know how this is pronounced, okay? Here, unfortunately, I forced the monster to reveal his true identity. Unfortunately, there must be more in the creature's disguise as others, as others I know and trust. I've actually never, that's something I never experienced before. I've been playing this game for like a decade now, or more, and I've never had that encounter. Interesting. You just saw me kill that dude. You gonna say anything?
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Could you tell me where I could find Teto? Teto is a very busy man. I don't keep track of his schedule. Sorry. Well, I need to find him. There are double gangers in here. Greater double gangers to be exact.
I should have joined the army.
You picked the wrong time to come back, Boymoder. There's trouble hereabouts. Trouble? What sort? Strange trouble. I don't feel comfortable in the barracks anymore. A lot of the watchers have been acting weird of late. Yeah.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Piazza. Boymoder! Good to see you. I trust you are well, as well as can be expected, Piatto. How have you been? Oh, I pine for the days when you, Gorion, still called Ganymede home. You brought a bit of energy to these walls. I shall have to speak with you later at length, but for now you must rest. Gorion's own room is the third on the south corridor, just as it was. I think there are a few things for you there as well. We shall see you later.
Consider it done.
Okay. My old friend Piatto has informed me that there were some items were left in Grind's chamber for me. I have imagined it as a portrait for me to examine them. After I search Grind's room, I should continue my investigation into the Iron Throne leaders.
Hello. No problem.
Pietro, you gotta move. Pietro, you gotta move. Move, Pietro. Thank you. They gave you all the gold I had. Liar. Okay. Hello, Boymoder. If you are reading this, it means I have met an untimely death. I would tell you not to grieve for me. I feel much better thinking that you would. There are things I must tell you in this letter that I might have told you before. However, if my death came too soon, then I would have never been given a chance. First off, I am not your biological father. but that distinction lies with the entirety an entity known as Baal. The Baal that I speak of is the one you know of as a divinity, and the crisis known as the time of troubles, where the gods walked Pharaoh. Baal was also forced into a mortal shell. He was somewhat forewarned of the death that would await him during this time. For reasons unknown to me, he sought out women of every race and forced himself upon them. Your mother was one of those women, and as you know, she died in childbirth. I have been her friend and on occasion lover. I felt obligated to raise you as my own. I've always honored you as my child, and I hope you still think of me as your father. You're a special child. You are a special child. The blood of the gods runs through your veins. If you make your use of our extensive library, you will find out our founder, Orlando, has many prophecies concerning the coming of the spawn of Baal. There are many who will want to use you for their own purpose. One, a man who calls him Saravok, is the worst danger. He has studied here at Candlekeep and thus knows a great deal about your history and who you are. Gorion. Come on, Cyrene. I know you want to talk about
What's up?
this. Yeah, you got away from this. Yeah, yeah. We read that. Oh, it's Jair. Okay. Wait a moment. The growing sees crease of worry in your face as you read the letter. That letter makes me grow worried. Is there something so upsetting in Brian's words? Since I knew it well, I might be able to explain. Ooh, I kind of want to say this. It's so dramatic, but that's not how Boymoder would act, though. I don't think you could, Jahara. You see, Gorion is not my true father. I am one of the children of Baal. I am the lost one. You are one of the children, then. So that it is it. I knew you were somehow special. From the way Brian chose to abandon his adventuring days and seek seclusion in his fortress. I should have been able to guess earlier from those nightmares you were having. This changed less than you might have thought, Boymoder. You've shown yourself as a decent and caring person, despite this heritage. I will continue to stand by your side and help you come to terms with this newfound knowledge if you accept my aid, of course. So you really didn't know about this? It's odd that Growing would have told you nothing. Yes, I have to agree that it's odd, for Growing was always honest and never selective in his dealings with me. He cared for Khalid and me and told us much. Perhaps he thought that knowing this might endanger us and only prevent that. Who can say? I think he planned to tell us when he asked Khalid and me to come to the friendly island and to the friendly island. Freaking creep through your stuff, guys. Alas. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. I did not want to question your loyalty, Jahara. Let's continue on with our quest. Cyrene, boy motor, may we talk? About what? The letter? Yes, about that. I will not judge. Do you think I have the right? Huh. I would sound hypocritical to do so. Nay, I know too well how it is to be judged and how much suffering that can cause to one without support or trust. But this is far beyond what I'm used to. You're among friends now. Both others would know. And then I would end up like you. Yes, exactly. Forgive me, boy mother. I can't think of nothing to say that will leave you what you must feel right now. As a servant of Elmutar, it would be helpless to relieve you of your burden. I don't care for that feeling of uselessness, to say the least. If it means anything, I'm willing to remain at your side, regardless of the salvation. If nothing else, I can attempt to keep you on the right path. Though, I would not be so arrogant as to dictate you, though the idea of one such as you having the seed of evil is horrifying. I will not neglect my duty. Do you think I care? Step back and lie. Step back and line, Cyrene. Know your place. Thank you, Cyrene. 'Tis not a problem, my mother. I believe in you, my friend. You are a good person. I am confident that you will not do anything against your nature. Perhaps in the future that may change. But nay, I shudder to imagine it.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Boymoder is neutral good. She's gonna be a good guy. I think Tethra is here somewhere. I want to talk to him. Piata. So, okay, let me give you a little background of Ball. So Ball, he was a god, a murder. He was a human once, and then he gained the one of the paths that this one god, I think his name was Nerval or something like that. I forget. Read the book in the game, The Dead 3 to get his correct name. But basically, this dude, he wanted to die. He got tired of being a god, and he just wanted, to end it. And like these three mortals come about.
Our rules are very strict.
I cannot talk with you at the moment, but I will give you a quick mission. An unusual fellow told me that he wished to meet Boymoder in the outer grounds to discuss private matters. It'd be wise to go speak with him.
Consider it done.
Oh, nice.
Greetings, young
There he
one.
is. You there, I've come to speak with Boymoder. Has thus come to collect the inheritance from your father? He left these several items, all which are within his old room. You remember his old room is, don't you? If you're somehow forgotten, it's on the fifth floor of the central keep. Please forget my above nature, but what requires my attention this day? I support that we later speak of your foster father, but not now. So basically, so this old god wants to like not be a god anymore. Three mortals come and they get it. His divinity. And Ball
Okay.
gets to the Bane of murder, Bane gets tyranny, and Mirko gets death. And basically um
Okay.
the goddess of magic like dies or something. Yeah, it's not gonna come to me, but why? But like of why the times of troubles happen. But basically, Ball is sent to the earth with all the other gods because Ao, the the head honcho, is getting tired of their crap, right? And like Ball has been like forewarned that this guy named Sirik is gonna murder him, and like so what he does is he goes around and he grapes a lot of women of all various races so that there's his essence are still on the plane. So when he dies, all his followers have to do is kill all his children, and his essence will pull back together, and he would be reborn. But when his followers go to do that, the Harpers attack and are able to the Harpers and like are able to attack and prevent it from happening. And then
Okay.
The Lord of Murder
before
shall
the
perish,
false
but in
followers.
his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos will be sown from their passage, so saith the wise Alondo.
Perhaps at another time, there is some research that I'm currently working on, which demands my attention. Research well, indeed. That makes two of us. And I think I might know what you're looking for. Will you let me be some assistance? Thank you, but no. They are studies of a more private nature. I, Boymoder would not be fooled by this Covaris guy. She's got like 18 wisdom, 18 charisma. No, you're not fooling her. Thank you, but no. There are studies of a more private nature. Hmm. My apologies for the intrusion then. Now, the question remains, are we gonna go and Charlie Kirk his father? Or because either way we're gonna get blamed for Charlie Kirk kicking them. Like it's gonna happen. So ooh. I think Boy Mortar's gonna do it. Because it's been a while since I've killed them, like ages. Might as well. Shanta, Boy Motor, you look distressed. What is it, child? There's trouble here, Chanter. You must help me. You are right. I have felt it too. Pray, tell me how this aging friend can help you. As Chatter, you know the history of this keep better than any other. I've grown up here. I have played within its hall, but there are many places I was never allowed to go. I am older now and will go where I must, but please, are there any places in this keep which I was never told? But what right? You have to ask that, child. I'm not a child anymore, Chanter. This entire keep is in danger, even if even its most secret and sacred places. Please, Chanter, Grind would have had it so. Sigh. I'm growing old, and the young are not so young anymore. Not the carefree so nor the carefree so carefree. Alano this year, the one who founded this fortress of knowledge, and whose prophecies I chant each day. He's entombed deep in the bowels of this place. I tell you this, Boymoner, because you're right. It's the time you knew, but I beg of you, and Grian's name, do not venture in those trapped and water halls, unless some higher power than myself bids you go. Your stepfather will never forgive me for your loss. I must go now, child. Boymoner. It's time to chant the seer's prophecies, as I always have. Okay. Candlekeep holds many secrets, but I've discovered one of them at last. The chanter says crypts lie beneath the keep, holding the remains of Lano the Seer. And who knows us? Unfortunately, the chanter could tell me nothing of the dangers in the crypts, instead imploring me not to enter them. Well, we're
Need
going
something?
at them.
Okay.
Not at the moment, but we will. Alright. Boymer will assassinate the Saravox family. Leave for now, Corvus, but we'll meet again. I promise much and think these secret ones candy closets of the watches, else your blood will stain the top floors as I speak. Huh.
No problem.
Why would she say that? I think that's a bug. Must be a bug in right. We might not get a chance to
You betcha.
assassinate them.
Sure thing.
I think they're in here. My dear man, you must realize this manners that must make the gentleman. So would you kindly prove that you are but one by leaving? Boymoder, act carefully here. A fight here will bring us nothing but trouble. The right people can afford to be rude, but this is not you. Leave now before my irritated companion Brunos lets his temper get ahead of his reasons. You're the leaders of the Iron Throne. We're the ones who caused you so much trouble the past weeks. We know what you're all about, and soon so will Duke Alton. You're the and you're stupid enough to admit this? Well, my young friend, you may find safety within the library, but once you left there will be no place for you to run. Okay, yeah, so uh, from what my memory of killing them as a kid, that like you talk to them and you immediately get into a fight. That was my memory as a kid. But because in most playthroughs, I just ignore them, talk to like Sarah and then go upstairs and get framed for the murder. But this is actually pretty nice because it's like, how about we just end our problems right here and now, just steal and that sorts out everything. But Boymoder would respect the rules of her home, so we'll leave. But don't think this is the last of it. It won't be, not by a long shot. That's fine, little ones. I'm not sure we can expect to see you in the future, if not in person. At least your heads. Jahara, I know that this must be very hard for you to keep your temper in check with the presence of these vile monsters, but you know that it would not be right to pollute these sacred floors with their foul blood. We will make our move against them, but not here, and not now. I couldn't kill Altair in cold blood. Something strange is going on, and cannot keep. I shall, investigate further. Alright. Go upstairs. We speak to
No
the
problem.
gate warden.
Sure thing. Consider it done.
Our rules
Yeah,
are
there we go.
very strict.
You there! Stop surrendering yourself. You accuse of murdering the men Brunos Kostak, Theodor Tenhenovich, and Reuter Ankath. If you give up yourself now, you'd be assured of a fair trial. I didn't murder. If you choose this, you get an automatic death. See? I didn't murder anyone, so I'm perfectly willing to go to trial. My innocence of this accusation shall be refuted quickly within any fair court of law. I'm glad you still have some sense of glory, I tell you. Please follow me. I'm sure everything will be sorted out quickly. Your aunt. So, Boymoder, you've sullied your father's name, but to follow you his home and bring your ruin to a peace that has lasted for centuries? I spit on you and all of your friends. Your transgressions will be punished in the most severe form. I formally accuse you of the murders of Brunos Kostak and Relatera Ankev. That woman. Someone really needs to give him a clue. But I have done nothing wrong. Why have you accused me of such a thing? You were seen fleeing the site of the murder by the guest known as Corvas. From everything we have seen and found, it is not hard to figure what your purpose was. From what I've been told, you have been trying to place all the misfortune of the sword goes squarely on the soldiers of the Iron Throne. I assume you and your friends are assassins and the employee of Perhaps you set up north to create discord in the region before Omnian invasion. It matters little. You and your friends are to be sent to Baldur's Gate where appropriate punishment will be administrated. So, you might think that this guy is a doppelganger. Nah, he has hated Agrion's ward ever since he's basically prejudiced against ball spawn, which is fine because like ball spawns, it's not a mechanic in the game, but ball spawns they have like a drive to commit murder because like ball was the god of murder, and so that drive is in them. So a lot of ball spawns become serial killers. Like they just straight up like murder people. And like even if you play a good character, when you think about it, you kill so many things in these games. Like hundreds to like thousands of enemies you kill in this game. So like yeah, everywhere you go, things die. Even if it's like evil things still die. Like you can't get away from that part of your heritage. Boom, 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 boom. Tethalos could come and free us. Tethalo, hello, young one. I'm sorry to see that in such terrible circumstance. I know thee well enough to see that you have been falsely accused. Tomorrow, alright, will most likely sentence thee to be sent to Baldur's Gate. There thou wilt receive the death penalty for these actions. I know that Garai would not want to see his only child killed a scant few weeks after his own death. 'Tis a favor to his memory that I will help thee escape. Make the way through the catacombs to leave the library. But you disturb them not. I have your possessions with me. You must take them and go with haste. Thank you for helping us. It's now time for you to go, Boymoder. I can teleport you from the secret room that leads to the catacombs, but from there you are on your own. You must be careful within the catacombs, as there are many guardians and traps, and perhaps whoever planned these murders. However dangerous the catacombs may be, they are a safer alternative than your wrath. Why can't you teleport us out of Candlekeep? Candlekeep is protected by powerful roots that seal them divinatory and alteration magics. If I were to teleport you outside Candlekeep, you would be ripped asunder when you came in contact with the protective field. Trust me, child, this is the only way.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you decided to talk to me, Nira? Nira, I guess we're both freaks now, huh? I mean, you're the spawn of some dead god of murder, of horror, and such, and I'm an alpha marginal control over her enormous magical power, who sometimes turns things permanently orange. Quite the team. No, you make quite the tool, while I make quite the leader. Uh, I prefer the term person with unique ancestral heritage, thank you. Huh. Well, I'll expect to have to get used to boss bomb, since, well, that seems to be the proper term, I'm afraid. Best of luck with the other one, though. Do you think people would treat you differently now? I mean, you don't look any different. Maybe something around the eyes, I don't know. I think that just might be exhaustion, though. I don't know. I hope not. I mean, I'm still the same person. I'm still boy moding. I've never really had people treat me differently because I've always been different in one way or another. A few, I guess it's a little different. I first searched when I was just a kid. I didn't search a lot initially, but in my 20s. You think things are bad now. Add a whole bunch of crazy emotion summons, plus no magical training at all. It wasn't pretty. Anyway, I don't want to launch into some story about my past. Honestly, most of it's pretty boring. What I want to say was that it's okay to be a freak sometimes, as long as you're with freaks who understands. I'd like to think we understand a bit, don't we? We do. Good friends should understand each other after all. Absolutely. And freakish friends should stick together. Okay. Alright. Tethero has freed me from my imprisonments, knowing that I'm not guilty. He has sent me to the catacombs beneath Candlekeep, where I should be able to make my escape. I must then travel to Baldur's Gate to stop Saravak Akarvas, as he has been calling himself recently. Yeah. Someone has gone to a lot of trouble to ensure that you're right, thinks we murdered the leaders of the Iron Throne. Who would want the Iron Throne leaders dead other than us? That is. No, that makes sense. Alright.
Hi. Okay.
I am very well.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Uh, I'll lit this room and then we'll stop. Look at the magic scrolls. Okay, so fireball, 172, some enemy scrolls. Got that one. Shadow door, confusion. I guess we're getting confusion. That there. Any good scrolls in here. Shadow door. Alright, if you like this episode, leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you cool cats next time. Bye.